Today's an exciting day, and I'll tell you why. We got ourselves a sublimation printer. Sublimation is when the sublimation ink goes directly on the material, or like into the material. So it transfers a design onto material using pressure and heat. It's different from heat transfer vinyl because that one just goes like on top of the fabric. This time the ink kind of like infuses into the material. So sublimation ink is going to be for this printer only. I will never put normal like ink cartridge in this printer. Here. Just gonna inspect it first, but so far everything looks pretty good. It does come with the ink, but like I said, we are not using this ink ever. I could probably just toss it. With every brand new printer, it always comes in super packaged very well with a lot of tape and styrofoam to secure it. So that always takes like a good 5 minutes to just like, it's like an Easter egg hunt, like looking for all the tapes that are hiding on the outside, on the inside of the printer. I will say, after having so many printers, essentially it is pretty much the same process, whether it's like Canon or Epson or like a laser printer, inkjet printer. It's similar. You take it out of the box, you take all the packaging out, and then you turn it on, and it's like step by step. These days it's so easy to set up the printer. It's the same thing for everyone. This is a sublimation ink box that I got separately from the printer. And remember how I was saying that the sublimation ink is very specific, important to sublimation projects, and you're not using the regular ink that it comes with. So it's the same process of putting it in, like you can see here, but which, by the way, it's so cool. I love it. You just turn it upside down and then it just fills, and you can watch it fill up too in the tank. But yeah, it's the same process, but it's a different ink, so it's important to note. Right now I'm setting up my Wi-Fi connection for the printer so that it can connect to my laptop and print. It's this one right here, Epson. It has an add option, so I'm going to add it to my long list of printers. I have raved about this tape dispenser on my Instagram and TikTok many times now, and I don't remember the exact name of it, but I'm just gonna call it my Sublimation tape dispenser. And it's great because when you're crafting, you're often like all hands on deck and you don't have an extra hand to like hold down the tape dispenser so that you can like rip off the tape, you know what I mean? So with this tape dispenser, you just turn the wheel, it cuts, when you turn the wheel, the tape cuts off, and then it just hangs out there until you're ready to grab the tape and put it onto your project. So much, but basically you just stick the sticky side up, and then this here, and then keep going. Let me just off like this. So when, you know, because your hands obviously ooh, okay. So let me just, this is the first run. Alright, I don't mean to waste that much tape, but I do want to show you, like, as you rotate it, this little knob here, as you rotate it, it's going to be cutting off things for you. So I don't know. I don't know if my blade is like strong enough, because yeah, so basically I'll be like holding something, I'll be like, okay, I need tape, I need tape, I need tape, kind of like that. This one is just regular, so it is pretty cool. And the blade is right here. 1, 2, 3. Very neat. I saw that A-Sub is a really good brand, so we're going to use this sublimation paper. Looks like paper. So this is the design that I have a couple designs. So it's a PNG file, by the way. I'm going to, ooh, it's already set to, you can't see. Let me just put you a little higher. But printer, Epson. Media quality is gonna be no matte paper, I think. And we want best. We also want to mirror. I have to figure out. So the layout, yes, okay, so flip horizontally is considered mirrored because we want it to look like that. And scale to fit, copies, print and color, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I think all the layout is good and ready. Okay, let's print it. While the project is printing, let me share with you some ideas that you can do for sublimation. You can sublimate shirts, coasters, mugs, puzzles, keychains, mouse pads, blankets, cutting boards, drinkware, any kind of like tote bags, even pillowcases and socks, ornaments, luggage tags, greeting cards, towels, so many things. And some general materials that you'll need for sublimation printing is a sublimation printer, sublimation paper, some type of heat press machine, sublimation ink for the printer, blank, like sublimation blanks to sublimate on, like apparel or mugs, heat tape, and I recommend the heat tape dispenser that I showed you earlier before. Sometimes people need and use butcher paper or like Teflon sheets to kind of protect in the heat process, heat gloves for safety, a little lint roller to like for getting off lint and dust, and I guess your designs, however you make your designs. And speaking of machines and materials and supplies, I have recently gotten this mug press around the same time as my sublimation printer. So here I am unboxing it. It's the Cricut mug press, which is a very like simple, you basically put the mug in and press and go, and it's like super simple. So the setup, well, there really was no setup. It was just like all assembled. But I'm using a Cricut mug, ceramic mug. I think it's like 8 or 10 ounces. And I figured, you know, first time sublimating, I want to just like use all the right, like all the similar brands and familiar brands, excuse me. And anyway, so I've got my sublimation design, and then I'm going to attach it to the mug using the tape. I feel like I'm working so slow, but listen, this is my first time sublimating a mug, so bear with me. But it took 6 minutes for it to sublimate in the mug press machine. So I just took it out of the freezer. It's still warm, but it's like tolerable to touch. And I saw a tip somewhere, I forget, but I saw a tip that it's good to, if you put it in the freezer, like the cold shocks it. And this is also a little bit on the extra side. Okay, another bear with me moment, because like I said, it's my first time sublimating this mug, and I guess I didn't know, like, you don't have to be that gentle taking off the tape. It's just tape on a mug, and like the design is already on it. It's not gonna smear or anything, so it took me a long time to remove it, but look how good it came out. The colors look great. And now I'm going to show you how I sublimate mouse pads. This just printed out. It's mirrored and it's going to have to go something like this. Check everything. I'll use some Teflon sheets. I guess I'll put one down here and then another one on top. So I'm gonna 400 degrees Fahrenheit and 45 seconds. Meh, this one got messed up. It was a mistake. You could see the white line on top, not supposed to be there. But as they say, practice makes progress. By now, I have made so many mouse pads and I've gotten better at it. I'm quicker with it and kind of it's got like a whole system down, and I can anticipate what might go wrong, or like I can notice if something like printed weird so I didn't have to like waste a whole mouse pad. So that just goes with the whole art of crafting. You're gonna have your trial and errors, and you're gonna have a lot of mistakes and a lot of scraps and materials that unfortunately, you know, not your best work, but it's all part of the fun of learning. And the self-teaching and successfully learning a new hobby or a skill is so satisfying, and that's why I love creating. That's why I love doing this. So thanks for creating with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!